The question was Romals versus split reins. And the answer is, that's a very broad question, but the answer is it's personal preference, and in my opinion, you should use whatever your horse responds to the best. So, I'm a West Coast guy originally. I grew up in California and, did some of the cow horse when I was younger. I have that, sort of cow horse, reining, vaquero style background. And so I'm very comfortable in the Romal reins, and I find them to be very beneficial for some horses, particularly horses that can be kind of wiggly through their body, or need to straighten up through their rib cage and their shoulders a little bit more. But I certainly don't rely just on the Romal reins. If I find a horse shows better in the split reins, I'm absolutely going to show in the split reins. A number of years ago, I showed at the World Show. I don't remember how many entries I had between the junior and senior, but I know for a fact that I showed two-handed in the snaffle, two-handed in the hackamore, one-handed in the split reins, and one-handed in the Romal reins, depending on the horse. So my answer to that question is you should do whatever your horse will perform the maneuvers, the transitions, the pattern the best in. Sometimes there's an argument to be made for doing it with whatever's going to make you feel most comfortable. A lot of people who don't have a background using Romal reins feel a little awkward or uncomfortable with them. I personally believe that it should be less of a consideration. I think if your horse responds the best to the Romals, you should adapt and overcome, your unfamiliarity with Romal reins. But certainly, if it's going to become such a distraction to you personally that you can't focus on doing the pattern and, what's going on underneath you, there is a consideration for that. Stylistically, it does not matter. It should not matter. The focus of the judges is and should be on that horse and how he performs the maneuvers, the transitions, and the pattern, regardless of what legal equipment is used.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Ride Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and please be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow Horse and Rider Magazine on social media and find us at horseandrider.com.
If you guys have any questions or comments, please be sure to hit us up at horseandrider@equinenetwork.com. We want to hear from you guys.
And if you like what you're listening to, be sure to leave us a review on iTunes.